There is something unnatural about being awake when the rest of the world is asleep. The night shift. You are alone, the shadows stretch longer, and every sound is amplified. Tonight, we dive into the archives to bring you 3 true, terrifying stories from people who worked the graveyard shift and encountered things they can never unsee. Turn off the lights, lock your doors. Our first story comes from a 22-year-old working alone at a remote gas station in Texas. It was 3 a.m. A thick fog had rolled in. He was reading a magazine when he heard the bell on the door chime. He looked up, but no one walked in. The door had just opened. He walked over to check. Outside, standing at the edge of the fog, was a tall, unnaturally thin man. He wasn't moving. He was just staring at the cashier. For 20 minutes, the man stood completely still. Then he smiled, a wide, impossible smile, and he started walking towards the glass doors, not walking normally, but taking long, jerky strides. The cashier locked the doors and hid behind the counter, calling the police. When they arrived, the man was gone, but on the glass door were dozens of handprints, placed at least 8 feet high. Our second story takes place in an old, supposedly empty office building. A security guard was doing his rounds on the 14th floor. The electricity was out on this floor, so he only had his flashlight. As he walked down the long, carpeted hallway, he noticed something strange. One of the office doors at the end of the hall was open. He approached slowly. Inside, a single computer monitor was glowing in the dark. He walked in to turn it off, but as he looked at the screen, he froze. It was a live feed of the building's security cameras, and on one of the cameras, he saw himself standing in that exact room. But right behind him, standing in the dark corner, was a figure wrapped in a black trash bag. He dropped the flashlight and ran. He never went back to that building. Our final story is from a janitor working the night shift at an old hospital. His job was to clean the basement morgue. It was cold. The air smelled of chemicals. He was mopping the floor when he heard a faint scratching sound coming from one of the metal drawers holding the bodies. He stopped breathing. The scratching got louder. Then a voice, raspy and dry, whispered from inside the drawer, "Let me out." He didn't open it. He ran to the security desk. When they came down together and opened the drawer, it was empty, but there were deep scratch marks on the inside of the metal door. Someone or something had been in there. The night hides many things, and sometimes the scariest things are not monsters or ghosts, but the unknown entities that share the darkness with us. Have you ever worked the night shift? What did you see? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed these stories, subscribe to Locked Archives X. We'll be waiting for you in the dark.